Hello, welcome to a new game called Concluse from T. Allen Studios.
For thousands of years, humans have existed next to a world of unimaginable horror. Though rarely encountered, the line between these worlds is not impermeable. If a human walks too close to the edge, there is a chance they may pass to the other side.
So let's go straight into the new game.
3 years ago, my wife, Carolyn, disappeared without a trace. I followed every lead, but they all led to dead ends. After searching for years and coming up empty-handed, I gave up and thought I had moved on. Unfortunately, that couldn't have been further from the truth. Caroline, could you really be here? Living in a place like this?
So hell is a fictional town. There is no hell in England. After 3 years of searching for your missing wife, Caroline, you received an anonymous tip. The caller said your wife was alive and well, and living in a town in New England called Hell. You thought it was a joke at first, but after some research you found the town does exist. Now, as you are about to arrive, you wonder if this could really be true. Could Caroline really be here? So this caller isn't identified. But it starts off the journey, and there's a gorgeous Caroline. Last name is Benson in the game. Now this game is based off a web series, and the web series was created by Jon Martin, who wanted to create a creepypasta on the similar veins of Petscop. So a creepypasta is usually based on the supernatural and things like that, to try and say that, YouTube's going to get you, or something is living inside the data. There's an intelligence in there trying to get out, or something along those lines. What do they call it? An alternate reality game sort of thing. And it's kind of based on that. Now, from that, I don't know how Jon is involved, but this company, whether Jon's actually part of the company, then ended up creating the game for real. And this is the game that looks exactly like the web series. I think the web series, from memory, was done in 2002. So I'm going to rush it. You want to take notice of Joy, that's important. And Leader, which is, I believe, what's going to appear in the train later on. Hello! There is an elderly woman sleeping in the subway car. You try to get her attention, but she doesn't react. Maybe it's best just to leave her alone. I'm sorry, woman. I don't like your chances. Just giving you a heads up. Oh, by the way, there's plenty of spoilers in this. So that if you're not wanting this to be spoiled, play it for yourself, by all means. And then come back to this if you want. It's free on Steam. You can download it yourself. So again, this is how you save the game, but you'll notice that file 5 can't be saved. So I've just saved.
This is the final stop. Please exit the train.
So we're going to go down to the other side because we need to grab something on the other side. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible.
This is the final stop. Please exit.
And I'll talk about what I do know as it relevantly comes up. So as I said, this is a homage to a lot to do with Silent Hill. You'll have a... Now, he actually has a name that is the Grand Wizard, apparently. He's the first one you come across. And he's dressed as a Ku Klux Klan. And he's holding a balloon like as if he's a child. And he's gone away from the train. What I did forget is you should have taken the number of the train. So I did write down the number before somewhere. So the number of that train was 7644. So you'll really, that's actually quite important because you won't get to see that number again, and it's needed for a puzzle later on. Okay, so we're going to go straight through here. Boy appears strangely into the distance as a man's face contorts behind him. It's unclear what this is an ad for. So this is sort of like another dimension that we're in. Spoiler. And dimension in between various places. It talks about hell all the time. That's kind of how we resemble these things. But there's two enemies we'll find out about: squirmers, and this trash can is empty except for the sludgy brown substance coating the interior, except for or shakers. Now, I believe look. To tell you the truth, they're very hard to identify the difference. I get mixed up. Everyone seems to get mixed up between a squirmer and a shaker. I've done all I can to keep anyone from entering this area. Not like I've seen a soul anyway. Beware. If you're someone reading this that has plans to enter Cordova, stop. Something bad is happening there. Take my advice. Get back on the subway and leave. I have to warn you about something else. If you see a woman with long black hair in this subway station, don't talk to her. If you must go to Cordova, the keys are in my locker, but make sure you lock up everything behind you. This place is dangerous. It will rot your mind. Again, looking at that whole psychological side of things. You open, and we're just going to grab the keys, and that's pretty much all we want from there. We don't want really anything else. So a squirmer, it basically has black goop, and it looks like the Ku Klux Klan, and a shaker is just basically a static, bodiless soul sort of thing. And now, if you ring the same people over and over and over again, you'll get an achievement. So I'm going to use this payphone, and I'm going to call home.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. Just checking in.
You're there already? I thought you just left.
Yeah, about 8 hours ago. It seems like it's abandoned. I'm the only one here.
Weird. Well, let me know how the search goes. I'm ordering something for dinner and spending the night grading my students' papers.
How's Benny?
He seems happy. I just took him out for a long walk.
I'm sure he appreciated it. Thanks again for watching him in the house for the next few days. I can't pass up this lead.
It's no trouble. I owe you after all the times you helped bail my sister out. Good luck.
Thanks. I'll catch you later.
So here we have a poster for a missing girl. Someone has drawn black X's over her eyes with a black marker. So different dimensions now. Predominantly in this side, we're looking at connected dimensions and twisted dimensions. In Concluse 2, which is still coming, you'll find that there's, let's go talk to him again. There's mirror dimensions as well, and they're different. So beings have come from another dimension and basically have brought black goop with them. Now black goop basically just corrupts data. So if you imagine that everything is data, and that everything in computer games is also data. So things can exist if they exist, data exists in the real world, that technically things can exist, intelligence may exist inside a game or internet or etc. Now if you use 3 coins on that, you'll get an achievement and you will die. So I'm not going to bother doing that. Need that key. And was it that one? Now that person laughing is actually your dead sister. That's revealed in the web series. Now the game looks exactly the same as the web series. So the game is a recreation of the creepypasta web series. But the web series does go into a bit more. So it's supposed to be disturbing, it's supposed to creep you out. Death at 2:30. So I'm trying to rush it up as much as I can. So there's a note on the wall that becomes available later on. So what you have to do is do 2:30, of course. So if you and then press both at the same time, up and down, you'll yeah. I actually no. I thought that was there we go. Oh, I hate this stupid. Like the controls are no. There we go. Oh, there we go. Right. That is the developer really needs to fix the controls to that. That's just aggravating. Can I get away from the dead cat? No. So it always... A dead cat lays sprawled out on the ground, several dead kittens surrounding it. You suddenly feel you're being watched. And now we come across... I don't know. You choose as a shaker, as a squirmer. I don't know. Oh, I got to click. I think that's a shot. No. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of the two. And they're very different. Again, this loading screen showing that a dimension, you're in the dimensions, that games are dimensions. So, whether this is a psychological thing or whether it's supposing a game and the creation inside the game. Oh, we can phone up someone. Did I phone? Hey, Benny.
Would you shut up already? My God. Hey, Michael. What do you need?
Just checking into...
I swear I am about to throw this dog out the window. It will not shut the hell up. I can't get any work done.
Relax. If it's really bothering you, just put him in my bedroom and close the door.
Fine. Maybe I'll try that. I gotta go.
Why is he freaking out so much? It's really not like him.
Don't you kill my dog. Oh. And that. And that's basically all we have to do there. Go up. Now this part reminds me of Montague Mount, you know, where they tried to block the plague, so there was a series of gates, really giving emphasis that there's something bad around the corner, and there's not. Kind of looks like Inception now, doesn't it? The movie Inception. Let's go payphone and let's phone home again. So, stop phoning me.
Hey Sean, it's me Michael. Just checking in again to make sure everything is okay. I'll call back later.
So basically there's 12 payphones all up, and you'll only need to click on 10 using one character to get an achievement. So you got to do that 3 times, one with Mum, one with Caroline, one with Caroline basically tells you don't go any further, you're not going to like it. So she's trying to help you, and this is why it would be good to tell the difference between a squirmer and a shaker, because they're technically helping you to progress. Which are they malevolent? So they're beings from another dimension which have basically brought the black goop with them, and the black goop just contaminates data, and it kind of works like I guess when the Europeans went to a new country, let's say to Australia, they brought disease with them which affected the Aborigines, and it's kind of similar to that. They keep coming back. The only way to stop them is burn the bodies, just don't inhale the fumes. And this is sort of like a dimensional world created inside. Is it reality? Yeah, that's another thing entirely, you see. What's real, what isn't. And as you'll see here, that there's another one on top. So they talk about coming to the surface, and so Cordova is the first town ever to be affected by this situation. Now, to get the 4th herb, you've actually got to do this, which is a little bit tricky. And that was the only thing I could never find in the game. I had to look at a walkthrough to work it out. I could not work this out myself, where it was. There we go, and that's basically it. Might use that ladder. Did that go up or down? That way. So we're gonna. Now again, we're using this to show you the creepy pasta side of things, which is the inspiration, which was inspiration of a web series called Pesco. I think that's a square map. So a square map seems to be helping you get further into hell, which is a name. Now, there's a big difference between our dimension and maybe another dimension which is connected to us, which it becomes twisted. And we're going to see some instances of that. Now, the dimension which is connected to us, which is Cordova, actually has twisted sides to it. Sort of like another version, but more darker or more bent. It's not exactly what it is in the real world. So this seems to be the real world. Something's calling out to you to look at tape 3. This is, I assume, a house. And if we click on page 3, we can find that the sentient beings can communicate between the two. And here we have what I assume is a squirmer. Might be shaker, I'm not sure. And it's trying to help us. So is it really malicious? So it's kind of helping us trying to find Caroline. So it could have aided us, but it didn't. What it's done is given us a key. Now I'm not sure what this building does because I can't get in there, so I'm not sure. Every time you click on the door, it always not facing where you need to face, which is just aggravating. Half the time you're facing towards the door, which is just, yeah. Okay, so all these rooms, I will open this one. They all look the same, but this one has a meeting room, and they're surrounded in chicken wire, and they've got beds. So all of them are practically the same, except we want to go in this one. For the green herb, and then basically when I come down here to all these, and each of these will have something that you'll need to collect. So we're going to collect that. That's all there was, and now we're going to pick up a dead rat's head and another coin. And read this. Patient is suffering from hallucinations, claim a demonic rat is terrorizing him. The patient brought the rat's head to the hospital and warned us not to put it back together. And that's actually interesting for later on. Well later on in the web series. There's a rat king. And I'm wondering if that's connected to that one. So if you come across down to here and click on this, the computer grinds as it reads from the floppy disk. You almost think it has frozen until some text pops up. It appears to be a song. As you listen, you find the strong strangely familiar. It's actually a nice song, but we haven't got time to listen to it. We got to go solve the puzzle. See? I hate that. Where am I now? Okay. I'm really not trying to make you feel sick, so I think... Ah, that's right. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. You gotta go get the rat. So if you connect the rat comes to life and goes into the door, allowing you to open up that. Again, you'll find the black goop. A lot of one. Missing persons posted in a strange black liquid decorate the dirty floor. That's not what I want to read. A poster describing a missing brother and sister. There is a small reward for any information. And this one. Poster describing a mother and daughter that went missing during a morning hike. Their clothes were found on the trail, but neither have been seen since. Again, notice the welcome mat. So this is the door. You want to pick up the diesel tin. I should have read that. We're trapped. There's no escape. Charlie and the others are on the roof. Something got them. Probably squirmers. I've tried every avenue of escape, but without Cordova key, the next area is off limits. Charlie said he hid the key, but it's nowhere to be found. I can't do this anymore. And we have a phone over here, which will, again, phone home. Okay, and now we're going to go back into this elevator, which now works, and it'll fast track us up to the big long corridor. So there's not really a lot of backtracking to some degree, like everything's pretty well mapped out. It's map friendly, which I like. There is a little bit, but not much. Sometimes you might get stuck because things are a bit obscure as to where you need to go or what to do. Like if you hadn't checked that trash can for, you know, a decapitated rat, you might not remember. So of course you can't take any fall damage. The bodies burn quickly as a acrid smell fills the air. Don't breathe that in. And we now take the hospital key, and we're about to be attacked again by a shaker, a squirmer. I have no idea. That would have to be a swimmer. It's all covered in black goo. That's look like a swimmer. Now apparently swimmers, they try to take over, but you can fight them off. Where a shaker is somebody that's completely gone. They've lost their body. They've lost control. It's too far. Which is the best way I can kind of describe it at the moment. The web series seems to still be going on. The lore is anyway, so where it gets defined. Okay, so that the Cordova key is actually a book. It's supposed to be a shop twist. I did pick up the keys tomorrow. Just want to make sure I'm not running out of money to make phone calls. I like how you can run here, but you can't run anywhere else. So if we pass this on, so you see the plus signs are 1, so it's 11, and then you see the other sign is 4, and then the last one is 5, so 11:45. And is to go to hell, basically what it translates to. Okay, so to do that we come to this clock, the one that is hopeless in 11:45. So I hate this thing. Right, now there we go. I can't get this. Why won't... Oh my goodness. There we go. Whoa, that is a nightmare of a puzzle to go through. I actually walked through that door without even doing anything. That's it. We're in hell. Well, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Join me next time as we finish off the game. Till then, bye for now.